All right, what's up, guys? So, I'm actually happy that I found this channel. I always like I always like doing like that what if thing with people. Like, hey, what if this happened, or what if this went down? What would you do in this? Like, I like that there's somebody out there that they appreciate the what if questions like I do. Cause I'm saying, like, if you ask me a good what if question, I'm like, hey, yo, like, I gotta sit down and think about this. I honestly do. Like, this will actually be a channel I would love to collaborate with one day. Like, to just sit down. They question me on, like, what would you do in this situation? Or what if this happened? What would you do? And I'm like, dang, man, that's a hard one. I wasn't expecting this. So, but anyways, they said, what if you jumped into Lake Natron? I don't know what Lake Natron is. It sounds like a dangerous lake if they're going to do a whole video about it. But anyways, yeah, guys, make sure you go subscribe to the official What If channel. They're currently sitting at 5 million subscribers. So let's get them to 6 million. Let's get them to that 6 million. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video.
Have you ever heard of Medusa? The
Flash.
snake-haired Greek
Flash of
monster
Titans.
who turns
Well,
people to
this is a different
stone
movie,
with a
but-
single glance? Well, she may just be a myth, but there is an area so deadly that it could actually turn you to stone. The
For real?
infamous Lake Natron. What makes Lake Natron's water so dangerous?
Natron?
What kind of creatures live there? And could you survive if you fell in?
I don't want to think about that.
This
Like,
is
probably
What
not.
If, and here's what would happen if you jumped into Lake Natron.
That's crazy.
Before we take the plunge, we'd better look at what Lake Natron is made of. Much like the Dead Sea, this Tanzanian lake doesn't run off into any oceans or rivers. This allows it to soak up all that salty desert rain. Soupy. Yet, what makes it especially lethal is its close proximity to the active volcano Oldoño Lengai.
Makes sense.
The volcano spews a rare kind of lava, rich in sodium and potassium carbonate, called natrocarbonatite, or natron for short. Releasing into the water, this mix of sodium carbonate and sodium bicarbonate were key ingredients once used in Egyptian mummification, creating the perfect preservative in lake form. The whole chemical composition is extremely alkaline, with pH levels of 10.5, close to that of ammonia. This gives the lake its rosy hue. Any birds who happen to take a dive and don't make it out become calcified in a hardened stone-like husk.
Wow.
Oof. Talk about killing two birds with one stone.
That's crazy.
In 2013, wildlife photographer Nick Brandt was one of the first to document this phenomenon.
That
He
is so
discovered
crazy.
several stone birds and other unlucky animals in the dry season when the water had receded. He theorized that since the lake is so mirror-like and reflective, the birds must have flown right into it, as if it was a big glass door. But despite so many birds dying in Lake Natron, there is a particular species flourishing. Turns out, the lake's toxic waters provide a safe haven from predators, making it perfect flamingo flocking grounds.
Wow.
So, if flamingos can handle it, couldn't we? Well, it's not that simple, unfortunately.
Honestly, my thing is, like, look, we is different from flamingos, bruh. Like, flamingos is just in the world doing their own thing. No, like, I don't even, no. We is not the same.
Fortunately, flamingos thrive in salty lakes because of their tough skin and scaly legs, which prevent burns. They can drink the fresh water from nearby springs or geysers at the edges of the lake, and if they're desperate enough, they can even filter salt water with special glands in their nasal cavities.
Wow.
And to top it all off, their strong stomachs allow them to feed on the toxic algae found throughout the lake.
Learn about this lake and flamingos.
This makes Lake Natron the perfect spot to raise and protect their young. So let's say we tried to live like a flamingo and decided to take a dip. Well, depending on the time of year, the water can be up to 60 degrees, which is hot enough to cause third-degree burns in 5 seconds or less. Also, I wouldn't plan on doing any fancy dives or cannonballs, as its shallowness is also chock full of sharp, salty structures. You wouldn't be turned to stone instantly, but if you happened to drown and stay submerged, your entire body would harden and be preserved.
Wow.
If people found you hundreds of years later, you might still have your hair and organs intact. Yeah, still looking spiffy after all those years. Like mummification.
Honestly though, I'll be in the water just like this, like in the city. Cause I'm like, okay, well, I can't swim, like, I'm gonna just pretty much drown and stuff. Like, I'll probably be like this, maybe coughing and things, cause I'm like drowning and stuff, but I'll just be in the water like this, and they'll be like, oh yeah, like that, they're gonna probably just think like, oh, he had to been like a sergeant or some military guy or something. There's like some crazy war that happened out here, and he escaped. And, you know, he just decided that this is how he was going to go out and things. Nah, he was just a YouTuber. Like, he was just a YouTuber being stupid. Thought he could do a vlog out there, and it didn't work out so well. So he ended up drowning, so.
Natron's super high alkalinity stops the decomposition process. Thankfully, this means you'd be safe from vultures or any other hungry scavengers looking for a snack. If you waded into the lake at a time when the water temperature was lower, it could feel more like a hot tub. But your eyes or any open wounds would sting like crazy because of all that salt. I'd strap on some goggles if I were you.
Yeah.
In 2007, another bird flew straight into this chemical cocktail. A group of wildlife videographers plunged into Lake Natron's toxicity when their helicopter crashed. The pilot suffered a broken leg and another passenger had a broken hip.
Wow.
Incredibly, one of the passengers managed to struggle to shore and alerted some of the Maasai tribespeople nearby. They quickly built stretchers and carried the injured to land in the nick of time. Even though you could survive Lake Natron's waters, I'd stick to a swimming pool if I were you.
Yeah, you ain't gotta tell me
As
twice.
for our flamingo friends,
I'm planning on going
this
out
just
there.
goes to show how the harshest environments can be a sanctuary for some animals.
Yeah.
But if you're craving something even more extreme,
I'd become a flamingo in my afterlife, then. Alright, yeah, sure, I'll go out there, but if I'm just still TMossBoss, then I'm doing fine in the comfort of, you know, my area.
surviving
stuff,
a limnic eruption on your next swim. Think you could handle it? Be sure to check out our new series, How to Survive, to find out more.
Yeah, I don't plan on going out there, so I'm good. I'm good. But that's actually, it's like crazy to just know that there's like lakes and places out there that exist like that. It's like, it's just the more and more I've like discovered more things about Earth, it just, you know, it's always fascinating. It's like, you know, learning that type of stuff. So I appreciate the video. I appreciate it. But Lake Natron, I'm staying far away from that lake. So anyways, but yeah, guys, make sure you go subscribe to the What If channel for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.